This is why you gotta thank God. This is why you gotta thank God. You have to thank God for the simple fact that you woke up to see another day, because a lot of people don't even get a chance to wake up. But you do, and God still ain't done with you. But this is why you also gotta thank God too. Yes. This is why I tell you guys, always pray. Pray for a hedge of protection. Psalm 91 off the rip. They got you. Psalm 91. Ain't no weapon formed against you that's gonna prosper. And the Most High is so good that the Most High always protects you, fights for you, and send things back to senders. Even though you could say that in your mind too, send it back to senders. But this is why you always gotta be that way. Constant prayer like that. But God is so good that sometimes even if you don't do it, God fights your battles whether you see it or don't, and He be stopping it. Because you already know there's no rest for the wicked, and God does not like people who's quick to, do wicked things, create, the devise plans. God hates certain things with certain people. There's scripture. God hates certain things, but God will protect you. God got you. But the reason why I tell y'all is stop looking at this with this is I know a lot of y'all, including myself, women, men, king, queen, y'all like to go to the barbershop, you like to go, women, you like to go to the salon, you like to get your hair did. Yeah, right? Now, yeah, it's money spent, right? But you like to, cut it. If you could do it by yourself and you know how to do it, congratulations. More power to you. But there's people who don't know how to do it, right? So they rely and they go, all right, cool, boom, 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 boom. But still, this is why it's important always to pray for a hedge of protection, Psalm 91, and always pray with the Most High. And stop looking at things as physical, because if you go to the barbershop just to get a, shape up or haircut, whatever it is, it don't matter. Your hair is falling all over the floor. There's witches, warlocks, that will collect that hair of yours, all right, to do work on your hair. Yeah, they'll collect that, and they'll do it. And sometimes they don't even have to be from a barbershop. You can have somebody in your crib. Because even if you wash your hair, you do things, hair or shaving or even do this, you got hair that falls. So there could be hair or something in the sink. I mean, you got to wash it, but even outside, there's hair, pieces of hair. You think these niggas, these witches and warlocks ain't out here? The evil ones, bad ones, ain't out here collecting pieces of hair that's on the floor from people? So if you go to a barbershop, you go to a salon, always pray for a hedge of protection, Psalm 91. No weapon's gonna form against you, but you have to understand, this is more spiritual than physical. And this is what people do. They will do things with your hair. Yeah, they'll collect your hair just to do witchcraft, magic, whatever it is, but they need a piece of you. Just like you ladies that get your hair done. Cool. But a lot of y'all like to wear wigs. Yes, you like to wear wigs. And I'm not going to disrespect no women, because wigs be looking nice on y'all too, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Do what y'all do. But I need you to understand something very, very well, and this is important. People do witchcraft on the hair that is being put on you. They do spells on that. Yes. They do witchcraft on that. That's as real as it gets. I gotta stop looking at things from the physical as more spiritual, man. I heard a honk out there. They will do things with your hair. Or if you think they can't do nothing with a wig, ladies, if you think they can't, stop it. Because they could even do spells and try to do witchcraft with your own damn spit. Fluid spell. Fluid spells is a real thing too. Fluid with your spit. So men, people out here who love to spit randomly, oh, best believe somebody's watching you and waiting to collect that spit of yours. You think they can't do witchcraft on your spit? Nick, it gets deep. Those of y'all who can't wait to use the bathroom, it gets far as that they'll do it from your piss. They'll piss. They do witchcraft spells off your piss, off your spit, off your hair. on a wig from your blood. Yeah, we already know about the little spells that y'all women do. Not all, but a lot. Voodoo spaghetti, you use your period blood. We know sex magic is real. The fluid magic is real. Sperm. They use your sperm. Men, sperm. You'd be like, how the hell she got my sperm? For the YouTube video, I could go too raw, but you know how they collect it. They can collect it many ways. Doing what they do with their mouth. They don't gotta just, they can hold that in and pocket somewhere just to do a witchcraft on that. Or you could do it inside, and then, you know, the little famous word that starts with a C, ends with a pie, the little you think they can't go into the bathroom and collect? You gotta think like that, because that's how they do it. So if you think your hair, when you go to a barbershop or a salon, they can't do that, come on. They do it with your own clothing. They can do it with your picture, their altars and shrines. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, king and queens, be careful from the barbershop you go to and the salons you go to do your hair or get a wig on. Always pray for a hedge of protection. Always pray Psalm 91. Always reverse, send things back to senders. It's going to get broken. The Most High got you. No weapon formed against you. Everything that they try to do or do, he sees, he stops it. But the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is because this is real and this is what they do. How they do it. So you can be aware, oh yeah, people can do stuff with my clothing. People can do spells with my spit, with my piss, with my sperm. Even with women's fluid too. And items. But also with your hair too. Hair too. And ladies with the wigs, you're putting on an extra hair. You don't even know if that was prayed on. Yeah, it gets real like that. Once you unplug and you see how spiritual this gets, and you understand that there's dark out here and there's also light, but you see how the dark moves and the dark don't like how they get exposed and their tactics and what they do? Yeah. That's what they do. They do spells and everything on anything. On anything. Yeah. Even with your pictures. Yeah, best believe. They do things. They ain't low. These niggas is not low. Especially when you unplug from the matrix. You spot the witch. You spot the warlock. You spot the monitoring spirits. You see their patterns. I told you the constant red, the constant blue. You see them. Those in the dark. Low vibration, negativity. You see it. You feel it. You see it all. But there's a lot of people who don't. Just bringing this to your attention that this is what they do. So be careful. Kings, queens. I heard a horn. I know you did too. Be careful. You get your hair cut. Pray for a hedge of protection. Pray for Psalm 91. It don't matter. But just know that there's people out there who would collect your hair or wait for pieces of your hair to fall to do work on that. And ladies, if you put that wig on, pray for a hedge of protection and pray for Psalm 91. Also pray for God to watch your back and expose things. But ladies, understand this. You hear the horn? I heard a horn. Ladies, understand this. That wig, that extra hair you're putting on, it's preyed on. There's witchcraft. There's work on that hair. They do things. They do it on the drinks, on the food. I'm telling you. That's why these niggas be watching what you buy, what you eat, what you drink, stalking, watching. Why? Because they want to do things in the dark, the little cowards that they are. But when you learn about the tactics and you pray for hedge of protection, they get smacked. They get hit worse. So don't worry about these niggas. They just don't like the fact that they don't like the fact that their tactics get exposed. This is how they moving out here. They're not going to show it to you. They're not going to move in a certain way. Remember, the dark and all that, they sneaky. So they can't just, you know what I'm saying? They do it sneaky. They just don't like the people who could see through them. They don't like their tactics being exposed, how they move and what they do. Yeah, so watch it. Your hair, yeah. So just pray for a hedge of protection and Psalm 91. And the Most High got your back, regardless. Always. He sees everything and everybody. Nothing gets past him. So he sees. He sees all the witches and warlocks, even them in the dark. He sees what they do in the dark too. He does. And he gets them. Trust me. I heard that. I know you did too. But he does. There's nothing that gets past him. So, ladies and gentlemen, just be spiritual. Trust in the Most High. But stop looking at things physically. Look at it more spiritual, because this is how people move out here, man. They are. Don't just call anybody your friend. Yo, we going almost into 2026. You see how the months is flying? You just cannot call nobody your friend no more. Stop calling people your friend, your bro, your I'm telling you, stop it. Be very cautious on who you inviting in your space, your circle, because the veil's thinning. They're exposing themselves because time is running out. They're exposing themselves. They're exposing themselves. The masks are coming off of people, whether you know, from family, from strangers, co-workers, or so. The masks are coming off. Everybody is exposing. That's why the energy feels off sometimes when you go outside. People is being weird around you. You see the weirdness, and you see how people is weird. Yeah, because they can't hide. That's their true them. Certain people, other people who still asleep plugged in, they not catching that. Those already who see, that's what they don't like. Those who see. But they like you at the same time because you light, your aura, your energy, your frequency. It's I told you, it's a balance, like on the scale to love and hate. Did you hear the horn? I did too. Listen, when you unplug, God favors you. The devil favors you too. Trust me. The light and the dark. You heard the horn. You get favor from both. You see from both. There's a war from both. Yes. Yes, you're gonna see it. Even sometimes they don't want to tell you, but the dark be protecting you too, and doing certain things in the dark. You just see things. But it's like, who you gonna stick with? Who, you know what I'm saying? Who you gonna stick with? You stick with the one who created you, the light. Like, you know what I'm saying? Light. But even if you're saying it like this, it don't matter. The dark still has, you have favor on both sides. You lived it. You was in that dark too. You danced in the dark. That's why they look at you a certain way. They go, this nigga ain't afraid of the dark like that, because you danced in the dark. You was there. Then you go into the light. Yeah, you did both. That's why niggas in church be afraid of you too. They be feeling funny towards you. Why? Because they got a religious spirit. This got nothing to do with religion. It's spiritual, man. It's got nothing to do with religion. When you start learning that a lot of things is a scam, history was a lie, and you start going down rabbit holes, you start seeing through things. But you start seeing things more spiritually. And when you start talking a certain way, when you expose certain how rituals are, witchcraft, magic spells, how they can do it with the stuff that how they need it, that's what bothers people. But they still have a fascination, but it bothers them. Especially the spiritual frauds out there that I told you about with my videos out there. They draw goes like this because of the stuff you're talking about. Where did he or she come from? Talk to the Most High that created all the I too. There's only one. Created everything on this earth, from the seen and unseen. Hello. So, yeah. Everyone is created by the same individual. Everyone. Stop playing. But yeah. That's it, man. Just unplug, stay in prayer, hedge of protection, Psalm 91. And just be careful with people, man. Just be careful. But always pray for a hedge of protection in Psalm 91. No weapon formed against you is going to prosper. The Most High got your back, always. There are battles and fights that you don't even know about, that He stops it and that He sees, even if it doesn't even get brought to your attention. He stopped it. He destroyed it. That's why I feel sorry, and I look at those who still part of the stalking, like the monitoring spirit that they use. But we already know they're just the first day upon. But you just feel sorry when you see them being used. You be like, you must not know how reaping what you sow works, or how spiritual things work. Like, you know, with these people who start acting or trying to do something to somebody, you do not know how that's gonna come back to you. If they don't know about that, then just pray for them. Feel mercy and feel sorry if they don't know that. Again, don't worry about those who's trying to be all tough in the physical. Yeah, no, I do this. This got nothing to do with physical. It's more spiritual. So the spirit realm will handle all of that. Don't worry about that. But when you understand how the spirit realm works, and how the game is played, and karma, which is reaping what you sow, it don't miss nobody, and you see what it is, then you're gonna fall back and treat people right. Which is why I say, if you got nothing nice to say, leave it alone, walk away, be alone. But this is why energy vampires and all narcissists and all that, they want to be around you, the low, doing what they do. Sometimes they don't understand it, but it's different. They know. They see your light. They feel your energy. You can see through them. They just don't like the fact that you see through them, but they just got to be around you still because your energy, you see it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, be careful. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I know what's up already, man. Unplugged. To the next video.